Hey guys, my name is Moon and welcome back for more Tsukihime, a piece of blue glass moon. So last episode, it was pretty much just a continuation of Shiki's, I guess, chill day, calmer days, right? But by the ending, yeah, Arku Wade actually showed up in the mansion and she met Shiki's sister Akia. It was quite funny, I guess, even for a little bit. But then Shiki was like, yeah, we gotta get out of here. I'm slowly losing my lifespan in this situation. And they went out. So let us continue and let's see what happens today, right?
痛いな。いきなり外に連れ出すなんて、式って常識ないんじゃない？
I've never heard a stupider question in my life.
お前こそ何のつもりだよ。真正面からうちの屋敷に来るなんて正気じゃないぞ。もしかして俺の生活をぶっ壊すつもりなのか、このバカ女。
バカ女って、あなた私をバカにしてるの？
And now she's blushing. Not blushing, but what is the word for that? I forgot.
バカをバカって言ってんだから、それ以外何があるって言うんだバカ。反論があるなら聞いてやるから言ってみろ。
I'm actually livid. I've never been in such an infuriating situation before. I have to give her a piece of my mind, otherwise I won't be able to let this one go.
何よ。私は式に会いに来ただけじゃない。そんなに怒られるようなことしてないと思うけど。
会いに来ただけって、アルクエイド、お前本気で言ってるのか？
そうだけど、何よ。何の問題もないからね。魔眼も使ってないし、極めて人間的なアプローチしたんだし。シキの妹さんにだって、シキの目のことも、私が吸血鬼であることも、ちゃんと黙っててあげたんだから。
そこは言わなくてもわかる。そっちの話に関しちゃ常識ありそうだからな、お前。
わかんないな。それじゃあ、なんでそんなに怒ってるのよ、あなたは。
そっちがあんまりにも考えなしだからだよ。この際だからはっきり言っておくぞ。周囲の目を考える。自分の特徴を自覚する。頼むから、もうちょっとおとなしめに行動すること。お前はいるだけで目立つんだから。
I mean, aren't you looking for him or looking for her, I mean? But now you're getting angry like this because she showed up in the mansion. I mean, I understand why Shiki is like this right now. But still, yeah. There's kind of like too much, I guess. I feel better now that I've said what I needed to say. Why is her hair like that now? It's like she has ears or animal ears. Though Arcuade, who had been on the receiving end of it, seems the complete opposite. She glares at me like a pouting cat.
何よ、勝手なことばっかり言って。だいたいいるだけで目立つってどうしてよ。私、外見は人間と変わらないでしょ。
美人はいるだけで目立つんだよ。人間であるかどうかなんて関係ない。
I replied to her frankly. Maybe it's because I gave her a straight answer, but Arcuade readily accepts it.
まあ、こっちも言い過ぎた。こういう修羅場は初めてだったから、気が動転してたんだ。
別にいいよ。悪かったのは私の方みたいだし。
Arcuade bows her head in a show of honest remorse. Somehow, I'm starting to feel guilty for thinking she may have had some ulterior motive.
で、どうしてうちに来たりしたんだ？いや、俺もお前に話があったから渡りに船だけど。
そうなの？私は単に式はどうしてるのかなって様子を見に来ただけなんだけど。
そうか、興味本位か。次は木の陰にでも隠れてこっそり見に来てくれ。できるだけ誰にも見つからないように。 できれば俺にも見つからないように。
I feel exhausted all of a sudden. Though this isn't exactly the first time I've been caught up in one of Arcoade's little whims. And the fact that she didn't tell Akiha anything means that she at least put some consideration into my position here.
ともかくだ。真剣に話したいことがある。ここじゃ落ち着かないから場所を変えたいんだけど、いいか？
いいけど、話って何よ？
すぐにわかる。そうだな。そろそろ人気もなくなるし、公園あたりがいいかもしれない。
I motion toward the road and start walking. Arcoade tilts her head in curiosity but follows after me without a word. Okay, we're at the park, I guess. Oh, weren't we here last time? Yeah, we were here last
話って
time.
何なの、シキ？
吸血鬼のこと。お前、前に言ったよな。
Oh, sorry. Arcoade nods.
それじゃあ、今朝のニュースで新しい犠牲者が出たっていうのは知ってるか？昨日の夜に通り魔に殺されて血を抜かれたらしいんだけど。
Did you hear about it? She narrows her eyes. I can tell I've stepped on thin ice. One wrong step will be the end of me.
ふん。
それでって、お前。
I swallow nervously. Arcoade peers right at me. Her eyes tells me that she's ready to pounce at the slightest movement.
おかしいじゃないか、アルクエイド。ブローブは死んだ。なのに、どうしてまだ吸血鬼騒ぎが起こる？まさかとは思うけど、あれは、お前が。
If this is your doing, I...
はあ、もう、そんなわけないでしょ。それは私じゃなくて、他の吸血鬼の仕業よ。
Arcoade interjects, sliding or slicing through the tension. A strange happiness. Why did I say strangle? A strange happiness wells up in my throat. But I shouldn't get my hopes up yet. It's a great that it was another vampire, but there's still a couple things that don't make sense.
他の吸血鬼の仕業って、そう次から次へと吸血鬼が出てくるのか？ブローブの後にすぐ新しい吸血鬼がやってきた。
まさか、あの事件は初めから一人の吸血鬼の仕業よ。
This was always the work of a single vampire.
この町を食い物にする新しい吸血鬼なんてやってこないし、ブローブだってあの事件には全く関係ないわ。
Wait, so she knew that already? Volov was never connected.
関係ないって、それどういう意味だよ？
言った通りの意味だけど、もう仕切って切れるようでどこか抜けてるのね。いい？確かにブローブは吸血鬼だったけど、あいつは人の血を吸っていた？
吸っていたかって当然だろ。あいつはあんなに人間を片っ端から燃やして。
I mean, didn't we see him drink blood though? Remember the girl in the hotel? Yeah, didn't Volov bite into her? No, I mean in the hotel. Like, didn't Volov bite into that woman? Remember that? So that's it. How did I not notice something so obvious? The bodies left behind by the serial killer had been drained out of blood, but they were otherwise unscathed. But Volov was different. He burned his victims, he drank their blood too, but draining them was never his modus operandi. Oh, okay. Now I understand. So what Shiki is saying is, when the serial killer killed his victims, yeah, they were just drained and then they were left there. Nothing else, right? The body is still intact. But Volov is different. he would burn them and then drink and do all the things. Come to think of it, the victims at the hotel weren't connected to the serial murders, they were treated as casualties of a fire. Which means Vlov must not have any connection to the serial murders to begin with.
待ってくれ。じゃあ吸血殺人事件は何なんだ？一体どこの誰があんな真似をしてやがる？
だからあの事件はブローブとは別の吸血鬼の仕業なの。私はその吸血鬼を殺すためにこの町にやってきた。ブローブが来た理由はちょっとあやふやになってきたわね。てっきり私を追いかけてきた一人かと思ったけど、ブローブにはそれだけの理性、使徒社会における協調性はなかったみたいだし。ま、そのあたりはもういっか。ブローブは死んだんだし。とにかくブローブとこの町に救っている吸血鬼は別物よ。ブローブは正真正銘無関係の第三者。
So what is this other vampire though? Is this much more worse or much more lower, I guess? I mean, Vlov was insane though, right? He could burn people.
私、標的がブローブだなんて言わなかったでしょ。ブローブにとっての標的は私だったけど、私にとっての標的はこの町で通り魔と言われている吸血鬼だけよ。
I mean, the way you talked about Vlov though, it made it seem like he was the one you were after.
シキ、まさかとは思うけど、ものすごく単純な勘違いしてたとか？
That's why I think, yeah, we should have focused more on what Arcuade was saying, right? Rather than just listening to what she was saying. We should have seen, I guess. Maybe we could have noticed that, but I don't know. I swallow nervously. Arcuade's right though. She said her goal was to kill the vampire, which I just assumed was Vlov.
それじゃあ何か？あの夜ブローブと殺し合ったのは無意味なことだったっていうのか？
無意味じゃないわ。シキは私の代わりに戦ってくれたんじゃない。ま、シキさえ私を殺さなかったらその必要もなかったでしょうけど。
I mean, the thing is, Vlov killed a lot of people too, so I think it was good what Shiki did. He stopped him still, right? But then again, Arcuade could have stopped Vlov alone if Shiki did not kill Arcuade. Yeah. The exhaustion hits me such that it feels like my knees will give out any second. It was all pointless. Killing Vlov changed nothing in the end. There's still a vampire in town, and even if it was just for a split second, I tried to pin the blame on Arcuade. Disappointment and self-loathing swirl around in my head.
悪い。しつこいけど、最後に確認させてくれ。ブローブは吸血鬼殺人には関係なくて、ここ1ヶ月街を騒がしているのは別の吸血鬼ってことだな。
うん、そういうこと。でも、これは私が済ませる問題だから、シキは気にしないでいいよ。そんなことより、ね
え。Arcuade looks up at me, a wide smile brimming across her face.
なんだよ。言っておくけど、ものすごく余裕がないぞ、俺。
My feelings are all over the place right now. Anything she says, it could knock me right off my feet.
ちょっとした疑問よ。二人でブローブを倒した時のこと。ねえ、なんで3分だったの？
なんでって、何が？
シキ、3分しか時間はないって言ってたじゃない。どうして3分なのか全然わからなくて。
あのな、言っただろ。あそこは海の底みたいなものだって。だから3分しか無理だって言ったんだ。
ん？ 海の底だと3分なの？
That was a close one. If I was feeling like my usual self, I would have shot back with something snarky.
まあ、そうだよ。人間はお前みたいなのと違って、それぐらいしか水に潜っていられないの。
何よ、私だってちょっとは寒かったわ。海の底だって何時間も潜ってたら退屈だし。
I was chilly, she says. Meanwhile, I genuinely thought I was dead.
下を向いてどうしたの？
いや、ちょっとめまいがして。気にしなくて、いや、気にしてくれ。実際海に潜ったら3分だって怪しいからな。人間はか弱いんだから、頑丈なお前と一緒にするな。吸血鬼は吸血鬼同士、我慢比べでもやっててくれ。
I wave Arcoade off with one hand as I cradle my head with the other.
ま、今更言っても始まらないか。お前たちが化け物じみてるのは身に染みてるし。いい。ブローブのことは俺がバカだった。
Look, she's shaking.
それよりアルクエド。
I calm myself and begin to say something, but when I look up, what's with that expression on her face?
アルクエド。
何よ、式の意地悪。どうせ私は人間じゃないですよーだ。
Arcoade turns the other way in a huff and starts walking.
おい、ちょっと待て。どこ行く気だよ。
人間な式には関係ない。ついてこないでよね。
Arcoade storms off without even a glance in my direction. She seems genuinely upset. Man, where is she going? It must have struck a nerve. Looking back, maybe I was being a little unfair.
いや、でも、そんな悪口言ってないぞ。
Did I? Considering how mad she is, I feel like I must have earned it. Like, really. Earned it in fact, I kind of feel like an asshole.
ああ、もう、悪かった。今のは俺が悪かった。だから待て、止まれってば。
I rush after the white silhouette in front of me. Not just because I feel guilty. In case she's forgotten, we still have important things to discuss. Okay, what are we gonna talk about? Arcoade walks through the night full of purpose. Her golden hair flutters in the air. She looks the same as she did when I first laid eyes on her. The same as when she first faced love amid all the collapsed rubble. Gone is the tenderness I felt a second ago. She has the air of a hunter stalking its prey, her movements now sharp and deliberate.
アルクエド。
Arcoade doesn't respond as she continues marching forward.
話を聞けって。どこに行くつもりだよ。
The white huntress doesn't stop. I can't back down, but I also can't manage to do anything else for now, so I follow behind her silently. Tap, tap, tap. We walk in complete silence, except for the sound of our footsteps. Until that is... Arcoade comes to an abrupt halt and turns towards me.
ついてこないで。あなたみたいな普通の人間にいられると迷惑だってわからない。
人間で悪かったな。何をしているのか教えてくれたら帰るよ。
式には関係ないからほっといて。
Arcoade turns around and begins walking again. Well, damn. It looks like I'm getting the silent treatment again. Sorry. Honestly, it looks like we're gonna go We're moving and moving to much more dangerous places. We leave the shopping district and come to an underpass when our Kuwait stops suddenly.
見つけた。
Arkawade's voice is cold. She sounds like a completely different person. Is this actually something there, or is she joking around? A shiver trickles down my spine. Even from behind, I can tell by her posture how ready she is to fight.
何を
Doing, I don't say it. I know exactly what she's doing without having to ask. A pure, unbridled hostility flows from her, freezing the air.
おい、何考えてるんだ、お前。
Arkawade doesn't answer. Her gaze is fixed on a perfectly normal-looking man in a suit.
シキ、メガネを外してあの人間を見てみなさい。
あの人間って、前にいるあの男。
早く、私が何をしているか知りたいのなら、質問は後よ。
はあ、あんまり街中で見たくはないんだけど。
Okay, this dude definitely looks like he's a zombie or something. I remove my glasses. Oh, look at him, he's kind of like cracked, right? My temples throb. In exchange for the pain, the lines running across the ground and walls come dimly into view.
確認しておくけど、あなたの線は生物の方がはっきり見える？
ああ、その方がより確かに見える。
でしょうね。あなたは生物だから鉱物の死を理解できない。形の上の摩耗というカテゴリーの結果は見えても、鉱物たちにとっての終わりは見えない。そのためには彼らと同じ視点、同じ価値観を得なくてはいけない。死を見るためには命を理解しないといけないから。それじゃあついでに聞くけど、今の式から見てあの人間はどんな感じ？
I don't see how he'd be any different. Oh, the amount. What is that? I step back by reflex. What is that? Damn, the insane amount of lines in that thing. Every human being has lines in them. Most only have a few though, which gently trace their bodies in geometric patterns. But what the F is that? The lines are scrawled across his entire body like bulging veins and arteries. The man's covered in them. I can't even see what he looks like under them. I want to throw up. He's backwards. That's not a person with lines. It's as if the lines themselves have assumed a human form.
式にはどう見える？私としては式には普通の人間に見えていてほしいんだけど。
I am unable to give our Kuwait an answer here. It takes all my focus to not vomit.
そう。残念ね。式はあれにも死を見てしまっているなんて。
あ、なんか普通とは違う。けど、線は見えてる。
やっぱり死者さえ殺せるのね、あなたは。命があるなしの問題さえ無関係。動いているもの、破壊できるものなら例外なく停止させる。何よ、本当の化け物はあなたの方じゃない。
ええ。
式が見ている通り、あれはもう人間とは呼べないわ。死という負債を他人の血でごまかし続ける吸血鬼だから。
Our Kuwait quickens her pace. She makes a beeline for the unexceptional looking man.
おい、アルクエイド。
式はそこにいて。
The man disappears from sight, perhaps having become aware of our Kuwait. He's gone. Or to be precise, the thing leaped away with inhuman speed. He flees deeper into the safety of the darkness beneath the tracks. Arcuade is already nowhere to be seen. She's left the refuge of the rusted lights to follow the man into the darkness. I can feel my heartbeat in my ears. It's still early in the evening. A car passes by with its headlights blazing. A train rattles along overhead. Despite all of this, I lose a sense of anyone around me. Thump. My glasses. I need to get my glasses back on now. If I don't, I'll see something far worse. Something so dark, so terrifying, it'll make the things I've seen pale in comparison. But my body won't move. My eyes eagerly gaze into the darkness, as if drawn to the patchwork world that Arcuade has entered. I blink and silence envelops me. The wind. Even the smell of the earth. It's like everything has been frozen in place. Screeching. Under the ice-cold moon, an eerie noise emanates from beyond the shadows. Grinding. I shouldn't be able to see anything, or even hear. Squelching. But I did see it. My eyes catch a glimpse of the moment death meets death. My vision turns vermilion. How is it possible that these days, or these eyes, see death even in pitch darkness? My glasses. If I don't get them on this minute, I think I'll lose it. Fighting off the urge to vomit, I slip on my glasses with trembling hands. Light and sound return. I steel myself and scan my surroundings, but I find nothing out of place under the tracks. Nobody around, a couple of cars maybe, but it's still just a normal city at night. A pocket of civilization where humans can live, sheltered from danger. An oasis where no harm shall ever befall them. I have troubles breathing. Even with my glasses on, the creature's death lingers in my peripheral vision, making me sick.
Arcuade.
Out of the darkness emerges Arcuade, her footsteps unsteady. She's breathing even harder than I am.
Shiki. そっか。まだ残ってたんだ。
Why is she like that? What happened to her? Arcuade averts her grimacing face and sways past me. Her steps seem weak and frail. To be honest, I still haven't gotten over my own nausea. But seeing Arcuade in such pain, that's now the least of my worries.
待てよ。一体どうしたんだお前。
I grab Arcuade's shoulder as she tries to leave. Arcuade turns slowly, her eyes flat.
大丈夫よ。少し疲れただけだから構わないで。
What happened? That when we were fighting Vlov, she was even laughing and smiling there, right? But yeah, right now, like she's like this, why?
式には全然関係がないんだから。
バカ、疲れているなら休め。変に汗かいてるし、どう見ても重傷だぞ。
I take hold of her arm as I try to control my own breathing.
何よ。そういう式だって 今にも倒れそうな顔してる。
俺のはただの貧血。いつものことだ。人を気にしてる余裕があるなら自分の体も気遣えよ。
いいのよ。どうせ気遣っても無駄なんだから。
Arcoade's breathing is so weak, it pains me to hear.
まさか、お前、あの時の傷。
I can't finish the question. She got that wound protecting me. Arcoade casts her eyes downwards, refusing to answer. That must be a yes.
もう、何度言わせるんだこのバカ。そんな体でおとなしくできないのか。
おとなしくしてるつもりなんだけどな。
全然してない。人間離れしてるからって治りきってないのに出歩く奴がいるか。
This is making me realize just how angry I am. We're back. You know what I mean is, I remember in the beginning of this episode, Shiki was scolding her or getting angry at her. Now he's doing it again. He's just worried about her. I can't let her do this. I can't abandon her no matter how much trouble she is.
お前、本当に何してんだよ。こら、黙ってないで答えろ。話してくれるまでお前から離れないからな。
I grab her by the shoulders. Her eyes remain downcast, but she manages a slight nod.
割としつこいのね、あなたって。いいわ。それじゃあ場所を変えましょう。どのみち、さっきのも外れだったみたいだし。
Arcoade brushes away my hands and spins on her heel. We're not headed for the shopping district, it seems. Instead, she guides me towards the park. Okay. We arrive soon enough. Did her injuries heal on the way here? She appears to be back to her usual self. Yeah, what did she do, by the way, there? She went after that thing, and then when she came back, she was like that, very tired. But now, it seems like she's back to normal. She has very, very similar, how do I say this? Things happening to her. Just like Shiki. Like Shiki would wake up in the morning and he's gonna be like, oh my god, I'm so nauseous. Or yeah, I have nausea. And then also Shiki had that earlier, right? On the underpass. And now Arcoade was like that when she came back. And now, seemingly, she's just fine again.
あっさり元に戻ってるし。もしかしてさっきは油断して傷を負ったとかいうオチじゃないだろうな。
え？違うよ。傷が治りかけなのは本当だってば。
治りかけなのは本当だ。本当じゃないことも言ったってことだよな。
もう、何その言い方。すっごくいやらしいんですけど。
お前の言動が怪しすぎるんだよ。文句があるならさっき何をしてたのか話してみろ。大方予想はついてるけど何をあんな痛がってたんだ。
さて、それじゃあ式のお望み通り、私が何をしていたかを話してあげましょう。
She's clearly doing this to change the topic. Then again, this is what I wanted to know. How she's feeling, I can't wait for the time being.
じゃあ確認からさせてくれ。さっきのやつは吸血鬼の手足になってる死者だな。あれの大元がお前の本当の敵？
なんと、今度は話が早いのね、シキ。
そいつはどうも。俺だって少しは頭は回るからね。 さっきの話で大体の事情は飲み込めている。
良きかな良きかな。シキの可愛い勘違いはブローブのことだけってことね。
可愛いって言うな。仕方ないだろ。あの時は自分のことだけで手一杯だったんだから。
自分のことだけで手一杯ね。ま、そういうことにしておいてあげましょう。
Arcade twirls around like something's fun about all this and peers into my face. What's with her?
いいから話。さっきの男はもうとっくに死んでいたんだな。
そうよ。あれはあいつのしもべだから始末しただけ。下級の使者だったけど、それでも放っておくと人間を殺して力を蓄えられてしまうから。シキ、ホテルで話した吸血鬼の話、覚えてる？
I mean, a little bit. Of course, I nod. The ecology of vampires, Castellans, and the hierarchy of their subjects. Sires hunt and kill humans, turn them into their minions, they hide away while those minions gather blood for them. Arcuate also spoke about the differences between Castellans and the older type of vampires. Immortal, weak to the sun, the stereotypical vampire.
それはもう教えてもらった。じゃあ、お前の追っている敵とやらが殺人事件の吸血鬼で間違いないんだな。
ええ、間違いないわ。たとえあいつが手を下したのは最初の一人だけだとしても、そこから発生した死者たちの殺人は全部あいつの成果になる。だから、
さっきみたいに街を歩き回って吸血鬼のしもべを探していた。そうすれば親の居場所がわかるのか？
強く親に結びついたしもべならね。けど今のところ外ればっかり。棺、敵の潜伏場所が見つからないのはそれだけ多くの死者を使っているからよ。あいつが自分の手を汚すのは数回だけ。あとは死者にした人間を操って自分は眠っているだけで領地を広げていく。この町の犠牲者は100人を超えている。あなたたちが騒いでいる犠牲者なんて人知れずいなくなった人間の一部分に過ぎないわ。
Hearing it all again makes my blood run cold. 2 days ago, I had thought Volov was the cause of all of this, and being able to channel all these emotions into killing him is what kept me sane. But this time it's different. The murders continue. More than 100 victims attacked, drained of blood and killed by former humans. But then they're robbed of the rest. They become walking corpses like that clump of lines, and are made to prowl the town for more victims. It was just 3 days ago. I recall the people annihilated the hotel. Though I was there too, I wasn't able to witness their final moments. That's why I can only imagine the butchery that took place that night. It's no different now. It's hard to fully accept the notion that there's a vampire out there thirsting for human blood, all for the sake of stretching the boundaries of its domain. But it does beg the question though. How would I feel if, without the slightest warning, one of my loved ones was killed in such a horrific way? It's a morbid thing to consider, that's to be sure, but I ponder it for a second. I picture Akia having her blood drained and being tossed away like garbage. Breath heezes or hisses between my teeth as I try to rid myself of the vertigo gnawing on my brain. The very thought of that should enrage me, yet I feel strangely cold. Now's the time to think, not the time to let my emotions run rampant, I tell myself. The fact is, there's a very real possibility that this could come to pass as soon as tomorrow. It's pitiful that I never realized just how much danger we were in, but I can chastise myself for that later.
やっぱり怒ったわね、シキ。私があなたに話したくなかったのは、これは捕食される側、人間にとってどしがたいものだからよ。シキにしてみれば、吸血鬼の行為は認められないものでしょうから。
I mean, she's right though, morality and correctness have nothing to do with this. I just can't accept what they do. Even if the victims were completely strangers to me, each of them had the past and future to call their own, all of which were dashed in an instant. I may not know what those lives were like, but it doesn't make them cheap commodities to be used and discarded. I wouldn't want to die like that, at the whim of some creature. It's just too cruel, cruel and wrong. It's all so meaningless.
でも安心していいよ、シキ。吸血鬼たちの天敵はこの国にはいないみたいだけど、今は私がちゃんといるんだから。言ったでしょ？私の目的は町を犯している吸血鬼を退治することだって。
Arcuade brightens in a flash, a far cry from her attitude a moment ago. Honestly, her words make me feel a lot better. I know just how incredible she is and how far she'll go to protect humans. She shielded us from Vlov's ice without a thought for herself. But that also gives me a pause. An obvious question I've had since even before the fight with Vlov.
それがわからない。アルクエイドだって吸血鬼なんだろ。どうしてそんな人間の味方みたいなことをするんだよ。
私、別に人間の味方をしているわけじゃないよ。それ以外にやることがないからやってるだけだもの。
She just has nothing to do.
ま、そんなことをやっているから狙われるんでしょうけど、そこはそれ、必要経費みたいなものかしら。
いや、お前の言いたいことはまるでわからないけど、その例えだけは間違ってるぞ、きっと。
まあまあ、細かいことは気にしないで。そんな引く手あまた、ヘイトいっぱいな私だったけど、シキがブローブを倒してくれたでしょ。これで障害は何もなくなったわ。あとはこの町に潜んでいる敵を見つけて、なんとか始末してみせるから。シキは今まで通り普通の生活に戻って、私たちなんかに関わらなくていいんだよ。
ああ、うん。そりゃ嬉しいけど。
Are you really sure you'll be okay on your own? The words form in the back of my mind, but I shake my head to send them away. Something must be wrong with me. Why should I care if she winds up getting herself into danger?
シキ？何よ、また難しい顔しちゃって。シキの聞きたい話ってこれで終わりでしょ？他には何もないと思うけど。
I mean, I have about 1,000 more questions, but right now...
バカ。そりゃ難しい顔ぐらいする。これは俺たちが住んでいる町の問題なんだから。
だから気にしなくていいんだって。これからは毎日街を見て回って、もうこれ以上犠牲者は出さないようにするし。それとも、そんなに私の性能を信用できない？
I really don't want to get involved, but protesting or protecting the city, it should be the responsibility of someone who lives here, not our Kuwait.
アルクエイド、その、お前の言う敵は強いのか？あのブローブよりもっと。
まさかブローブはああ見えてもその一人よ。この町に救った吸血鬼はブローブより純度は落ちるわ。
I mean, you could see how strong Vlov was, right? Like he had fire, he got ice, and then he got his big ass spear, right? I think if someone was stronger, we haven't seen the other one yet, but Vlov was definitely really strong.
そうか。ならお前がやられることはないんだな。
断言はできないわね。ちょっと前までの私なら問題なかったと思うけど、今の私は病み上がりだもの。敵の方が力をつけている可能性が高いわ。
I mean, like right now, we could say that this other vampire is, let's say, in control. Sure, he's drinking blood from humans and killing them, right? But he's technically in control. He just does that and then leaves them behind, right? Unlike like Vlov, he burns them away afterwards. I don't know. Maybe this one is, let's just say maybe much more stronger, right? If this is the hidden villain, the main villain, definitely gonna be much more stronger. Hold on a second. I nodded along without really thinking about what she said. Arcoade is on the mend.
いやいや、風邪でもひいたのかお前。というか吸血鬼って風邪ひくのか？
ええ、とんでもなく野蛮な通り魔を一つね。
Is she gonna blame him again?
塔の式っていう名前の悪質なウイルスなんだけど、ご存知かしら？
ああ、いや、それはごめんなさい。
Pretty sure I just kicked the hornet's nest.
冗談よ。式の傷はもう治ってるわ。ただちょっと治すのに想定以上の力を使って疲れてるだけ。痛いのはブローブから受けた傷の方。こっちはまだ外を塞いでいるだけだから。
Arcoade touches her stomach lightly. I'm responsible for that wound too. She only got it because she protected me. I am at a loss. All of Arcoade's pain has been my fault. So then why? Why doesn't she hold even the slightest grudge? How can she smile at me so innocently?
やめろよ。せめて傷が治るまでどこかで休んでればいいじゃないか。
ダメよ。ブローブと戦ったことで敵も私が来たことに気づいているはずだもの。休んだりしたらそれこそ私が弱っていると知らせるようなものだわ。
だからって今夜みたいな真似を続けていくのか？
ええ、敵の居場所がわからない以上、あいつに血を送っている死者を片っ端から潰していくしかない。そうして血の供給源を断てば本体が直に血を吸いに現れる。
それがもし明日だったらどうするんだ？弱っているのを隠したところでそんな体じゃ逆に殺されるようなものなんだろう。なら
I stopped short of telling her not to push herself and stared at my feet. Arcoade is right. If she shows even a hint of weakness, the vampire will come to kill her regardless. This last 2 days have taught me something. When it comes to fighting, Arcoade can be brutal to the core. Rather than avoiding personal injury, her strategy is all about finding a surefire way to take down her enemy. She prioritizes her objective above all else. She doesn't force herself into believing anything but the truth. Arcoade isn't going to stop. I won't get another chance to talk to her like this if I let her go. She's not scared of death. So why did she smile like that? If I could just not seen that smile, if she just acted more like a vampire, I wouldn't feel like this.
どうしたのシキ？体震わせちゃって、もしかしてトイレ？
お前ってやつはどうしてそう？
She's so carefree about all of this. I left my head. Okay, so I guess we'll take a break here for now. As yeah, I mean, we're learning more, I guess, of this other one. Let's say confirmation, I guess, from our Kuwait that yes, there is another one, another vampire, and Vlov was really not the target in the first place. Vlov was just technically in the area as well, but the real serial killer, still serial slasher or whatever, is still alive, and we need to hunt that down. I really like both of them, yeah. We're in Arcoade's route, right? And then for this game, we got 2 routes. So the other one is, yes, CL's route. I can't wait to see how we compare them by the end, right? But I'm really liking Arcoade. I really like her personality, I mean. And I want more jokes, yeah. But I guess we're pretty much this game is a little bit, yeah, not a little bit, yeah, more serious, I mean. More serious than Witch in the Holy Nine. But I would want maybe a couple episodes of just them having fun, right? And not so serious stuff. But we'll see, maybe we'll get that in the future, right? Who knows? But anyways, we're gonna continue this and do more of Tsukihime, A Piece of Blue Glass Moon, in the next one. So I'll just see you then, guys. Bye bye.